So, Kristian, how was the party last night?
It's very different here today than it was last night. This room looks completely different. It was really good. It did not feel like a convention party. Sometimes convention parties are a little awkward, but you guys are really cool, so thank you very much. I'm very, very tired.
We'll go easy on you.
No, you won't.
We've only known each other for a day and you're already...
I can tell you're evil.
We'll start collecting questions straight away.
Yeah.
Hodor.
You can put your hand down now.
Hodor.
I see you. You can put your hand down. I got you.
I just wanted to say Hodor.
Really? Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
You just want me to say Hodor back, don't you? Hodor. No more fucking Hodor questions, right?
Hi, my name is Jena. I'm here.
Oh, hi.
I just wanted to ask you, did you ever get in trouble with your tattoos? Did they had to cover it up?
In trouble?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the makeup artists didn't really enjoy that.
It's weird because I've only been a professional actor for 6 years, 7 years now, and when I first started acting, people were like, oh my God, tattoos. But things have really changed. Things have changed over the last 6 years. Makeup artists have got more accustomed and better at covering up tattoos because everybody's got tattoos now. I think most actors have a tattoo somewhere. Look at Lena Headey, who plays Cersei. She has a lot of tattoos, and a lot of the cast have tattoos now. Not on their face, like me, but I think it's become more common, so they've had to get better at it. But not in trouble, just with my mother. She wasn't pleased.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. A lot of times you hear actors say they use their dialogue to get into character.
Yeah.
I can obviously imagine, I won't say the word because no more fucking...
Well, actually, that's not true. Actually, it's very much a case of that because I talk a lot in real life. So only having that word really sort of helped me get into character. Yeah, I think it's actually very important. Yeah, that process helped me feel like Hodor instead of me. So.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you going to do any more collaborations with the Yogscast?
We talk on Skype sometimes, but this is a Yogscast in case you didn't hear him. I would love to, but I don't have anything planned right now, but I totally would. I definitely would. They're really cool guys.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
In your final scene as Hodor, when you were actually holding the door,
Yeah.
your facial expression was really amazing. You could tell a whole story with it. But what was going through your head to make that face?
Constipation. Not really. I mean, it wasn't really constipation. I mean, in real life, I actually did feel pretty sad to be leaving the show, and it's really over the years we've become like a family. Isaac's like a little brother to me, and he was very sad about me leaving. And yeah, it was just trying to be real. I just had it in my head that this is my last day on this amazing show. This changed my life, and I'm not going to see these guys for a long time. So it's easy to put yourself in a position to be sad. And it wasn't a very pleasant situation. I was having to hold back like about 3 stuntmen who were trying to push through the door. There was a wind machine in my face. There was like false snow sticking to my hair, and it just wasn't very nice. So to have a constipated look on my face, it was quite easy. So there you go.
Hi.
Hello there.
About that scene you were talking, how does it feel afterwards when you look on TV and you see yourself die on TV? How does it feel?
Well, you don't actually see me die, but we assume that I died. I'm one of those guys, one of the actors who doesn't like watching my performance, because I can just see myself acting, which is weird. But I really liked that scene. I was very happy. It took a very long time to film. It took almost a week to do that one short scene. It took 4 different locations, and I think 7 doors. Yeah. We actually had stunt doors. There was only one real door, and that was the one. So weird. I actually have a piece of it in the house. Yeah, I kept a piece of the door. But yeah, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of that scene. And I really like watching it, actually. I also really like watching people's reactions to it. It's quite amusing. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
As a DJ, what artist would you really want to work with?
Oh God. That's a big question. I mean, I could list probably about 10 artists who you guys probably wouldn't have heard of. Not being patronising, but no, I'm not going to try you. Let's see, someone who you might know. Okay. I'm actually a big fan of Bob Sinclair, but his old stuff, I don't know. He had about 3 big hits about 4 or 5 years ago, which I absolutely hated. But before that, he was very much an underground sort of house DJ, and I really like his stuff. So I would like to do something with him. Where were you? Oh, there's a hat. Okay. Yeah. So I'll say Bob Sinclair or EDX. There's a DJ called EDX, a Croatia Squad. I think we'll start listening to them now. Yeah, I like those guys, Croatia Squad and EDX.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you looking forward to coming back as a zombie Hodor?
Am I coming back as what?
As a zombie Hodor.
Am I looking forward to it? Are you trying to trick me? No comment. Not coming back as zombie Hodor. I don't think I will. I don't want to. I think it was such a good death. I don't think they should do anything to it. Much as I would like to come back on the show, I think it's just really good the way it was.
No. When did you first hear the meaning of the word Hodor? How early did you know?
I found out with everybody else. I asked David and Dan many times, including in some embarrassing situations. I asked them at a urinal once, because I got some other information from them at a urinal before. It didn't work. I asked George Martin what it was many times, over drinks at various things. Didn't work. So I had all my own theories about what it meant, and they were all completely wrong. So we get the scripts in order of what episode you first appear in the season. So if you appear first in season 2 or in episode 2, you'll get it after the people who are in episode 1. So I knew that Finn Jones had got the scripts before me, so I gave him a call. We're good friends. I gave him a call, and I jokingly said, "So did I make it to the end of the season?" And there was an awkward silence. So that's how I found out. But he then said, "Well, do you know what, man? It's really cool. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a really cool way to go." So I was pretty happy. And then 3 days after that, there's a kind of tradition that David and Dan, the showrunners, they give you the call of doom. which means you're dead, basically, and I got that call. So I was a goner. Yeah.
Okay, right here. All right, side.
Oh, hi.
Hi. What's the funniest thing and the most embarrassing thing that happens to you or to like the crew around you on set?
Okay. I'm just going to go straight to the nude scene. Who was here yesterday? You've all heard this before. You've heard my patter. But yeah, oh, sorry. Anyway, so during season 1, I had to appear without any clothes. And that was told to me before I accepted the part. They said, "You're okay with being nude?" And I was like, "Really?" But I insisted that there was a prosthetic because I felt really strange to be prancing around in front of a child. So I asked for the prosthetic. So this prosthetic arrived, and they actually made 2. They made 2 different prosthetics. One had like tight black afro pubes, and I was like, "Really? Like, who's that for?" And the first time I met my prosthetic penis, it was actually attached to Richard Madden, who plays Rob Stark, and he was running around the car park with it strapped on. So on the day of the shoot, we had to have it attached to me, and it was actually a G-string, but it had all these sort of pubic hair at the front, and it had to be plaited into my own pubic hair, and like big strips of glue. I'm gonna elaborate from yesterday, by the way. And it actually took nearly 3 weeks to get all the glue off my own. And the penis had to be painted to be the same colour as my skin while it was on me, and like, I was inside it. So it was awful day. The poor makeup person. So we went to shoot this scene, and it was raining. The power generator kept going off. We had to keep resetting the scene because there were pheasants. You guys have pheasants here because I know, because I asked yesterday. 2 birds, and every time I emerged from the bush, they would start to call to each other. And this went on for hours, and there was like 200 people there, and it was just fucking awful. It really was. It was funny looking back. I will never, ever, ever hide in a bush without any clothes in the future, in real life or on camera. That was the worst day. There. To the confession.
Hello.
Hi.
So I wondered, what were your favorite parts to film, aside from the Hold the Door scene and maybe the last one you mentioned, but...
My favorite parts that I've done, or
yeah,
other?
your
Okay.
favorite parts, your best memories on stage and...
I really liked the scene where I got to break the guy's neck. That was a lot of fun. That was the first time we'd seen that side of Hodor, and it wasn't really him, but yeah, it was the first time I got to play the sort of angry Hodor. I really enjoyed that. As an actor, to be able to play a character who's then playing another character, it's fun. You know what I mean? It's very unique. And that was a lot of fun. And I'm going to say in season 1, I think it's episode 1 or 2, where Joffrey and all the Lannisters arrive in Winterfell. That was really the first and only time all the cast had been kind of together. So that was really nice to see everybody in that courtyard. And it was the first day I sort of realised how big the production was, because it was just unbelievable with all the armour and horses and like a genuine castle. It felt like it was going to be a huge success. So I'll go for those 2 days, I think.
Hi.
Hello.
I was wondering, did you get any tattoos with somebody on the cast like Sophie and Maisie did?
Pardon?
Sophie and Maisie, Sophie Turner and Maisie Williams, they got matching tattoos, and I was wondering if you did something like that with someone on the cast.
Do I look like the type of person who gets matching tattoos?
I don't know.
No.
You said that Isaac was like a little brother to you, so...
Yeah, he's like a child.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a tattoo. He's 18 actually next week. So he actually does have a tattoo, funny enough. He's got this shitty little tattoo. I would tell him that to his face. It's like a circle.
You should have given him advice then.
No, he didn't tell me. Because up until about a year ago, he would have came to me for advice. And I was always very careful to be the sort of cooler older brother. Don't tell your parents, that sort of thing. But I couldn't do it anymore, and I was just like, you can't fucking do that. You can't do it. Just be a good teenager. And so he doesn't tell me anymore, because I just shouted at him like a normal parent. Yeah, he's a really cool kid though. If you get a chance to meet him, he's like a genius. He learned how to play the piano in like a year, and he's like a prodigy on it. He's absolutely unbelievable. It's really annoying. Throughout the time he was filming, I'm really proud of him, by the way. He did his GCSEs and his A-levels I think he never studied, and he got like all A star, the highest grade you can get, and all. I was like, what the you know what I mean? How do you do this? He's very intelligent, so kind of jealous. What was the question? Was that the right question? I just ramble. Okay.
Hi. Who would you like to see sit on the Iron Throne?
Okay. I'm just going to say the same as yesterday. Sometimes change this, but because of the turmoil and all the BS that Westeros has been through over the years, I think it deserves someone who isn't hungry for power, and someone who's going to make the right decisions for the right reasons. And it's Brienne of Tarth. I think she'd be a great leader. I also kind of like to see her and Hodor hook up, because they'd have really scary giant babies. Of course, he's a corpse now, so that's kind of weird. Yes.
Hi. What of the current cast would you like to see die?
All of them. I wouldn't mind seeing Jon Snow die all over again. Never a popular one. No, not Jon Snow. He's been through enough. Littlefinger. I mean, he's a great character. And some of my favourite scenes were him and Varys, when they sort of fired off against each other. I thought that was incredible. But I think a lot of the stuff that's happening, all the bad stuff, a lot of it started with him. And I think he deserves a good slap. And probably in Game of Thrones that means dead.
Did you ever get tired carrying Bran around in Game of Thrones? Of course. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, on the first day I carried him, it was the scene in season 1 where Tyrion presents Bran with the plans for the saddle that he can ride the horse in. And man, that was my first scene, and I had to walk up and down the hall in Winterfell, and I had Bran here. And I had done a lot of training to carry him on the back. So I didn't expect that I'd be carrying him here. I don't know why, it didn't occur to me. So I carried him here, and I had to like do a squat with him down onto my knees, and then pick him up again. Oh my God, I must have done that 70 times that day. And I was completely broken. I've never experienced anything like it. I couldn't remember anything. Like the whole room was spinning. And I've had a back problem. That was the start of my back problem. So I then had a car accident after that. It didn't help, but that was the start of it. So yes, I definitely got tired. And by the end of the season, we actually had a double Hodor and a double Bran, because Bran was too big, because his legs were too long. and just to give me a break every now and then when it was a wide shot. So yeah, it was a pretty hardcore role. Also the costume was really heavy. It was like that much wool. And then in like season 4 they added 50 dead rabbits, real dead rabbits, smelly dead rabbits. Ugh, it was horrible. Like the genuine, you could actually see the little ears if you look closely. You can see like a little paw. It's horrible. Sorry. I've actually got a tattoo of a rabbit here, I don't know why. I think I'm possessed by dead rabbits. Anyway. Hello.
Hi. I wanted to ask what locations the show went to that you would have wanted to go to?
Yeah, that's a good question because I only got to go to Ireland, which is like 10 minutes from my house. But immensely proud as I was of Ireland, I would have liked to go to Iceland. All of our snow scenes were just in Ireland in the summer. Anything that's snowy with us is fake snow. And it was immensely hot. And I always wanted to go to Iceland, and I never got to go. And funny enough, I'm going next week. So I'm going to the Eve Fan Fest. So I'm very excited. I can't wait to see Iceland. I also would like to see Croatia. I'll go there someday, I'm sure as well. So.
Hi Christian.
Hello.
I was just wondering what you were doing before starting your acting career as a job, because for a guy of your stature, I'm just quite curious what you did before.
I was a DJ. That's what I did. I was a DJ. I've been a professional DJ for 20 years now. So before that, I did like musical theatre and stuff like that. I was always sort of involved in sort of performing and acting and stuff. I've also been a telephone operator. Hello, that was fun. I've been a chef. I've been a shelf stacker, which is also handy for my height. But yeah, I've done normal jobs. I know what it's like to have a 9 to 5.
Okay, I was wondering if you could have any other role, any other part in the series, which one would you prefer to do?
I'm trying to change these from yesterday, but yeah, it would be it. I mean, I would like someone who's like ultra violent, someone who gets to be quite badass. I said Arya yesterday because I think she's turning into a very interesting character, but I've really enjoyed Sansa. I think Sansa's character progression has been really interesting. When she first started, I know, she was like the sort of Stark that everyone hated. You know, she was a little sort of, she wasn't a very nice character, and I think after all she's been through, we can all sort of relate to her now, and she's turning into a bit of a cold-hearted badass, and I really like that. I could do that.
Hi, you mentioned that you're a chef. What's your favourite food to cook, and what's your favourite food to eat?
I love Asian food. I can cook Chinese food really well. Let me think. Favorite food to eat is also Asian. I love sweet and sour pork. I'm really basic, you know. Yeah, it's got to be Chinese. I love Chinese food. So, I recently had it for the first time in China, and it's completely ruined any food I've had before. It's so amazing. I don't want to eat European Chinese food now. It's so much better in China.
Any final words for your Belgian fans?
Nah. Obviously, Hodor.